Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and in this today's video we are going to work on validation. So let me just open the VS Code. So we have to do is pnpm install Zoe. Then we have to do is let me just close all these roots utils. In a similar way we have to create a validator. So we have to say validator folder, and inside that we have to take our dot validator dot js. So in our dot validator dot js we have to call const joy equals to require, and require is package we have installed just now. And for the authentication, we were doing was let me show you. Art here was two values. If you see, here is two functions. They are register user and another is login user. So it takes two values. In the login user, you see it takes username and password. I mean to say, it expect to get the username and password whenever it get the request from its body. And in the register, it expect to get the email, username, and password. So we have to ensure that those controllers gonna get the exact those values. So for that we have to create the validation schema. So for that, let me do for the register schema first. Okay, register schema, yeah, schema equals to joy dot object joy. I guess it's not the capital, it's small one, object, yeah. And inside there we say username, and the username should be joey dot string. It expect to be string value, and it's let's say minimum value should be like 5 characters, and maximum be like let's go with 20, 20 can be enough, I think. Who keeps the more username, I mean a long username, and next is required. And I mean the value should be there before proceeding our controller. So that what it means. And the next another it need is email. So email be like joy dot. It's also a string. Yeah, it's also a string. And for email, here is already a built-in function, that is email. If you do like this, uh, it's enough, and it should be also required. Yeah, that's it we have to do. And then let's go for password. Oh, sorry, password. And here we have joy dot string. Obviously, we need a string, and let's say minimum character should be 8, and maximum characters, let's not say maximum, we just set the minimum one, and let's keep the set required. And yeah, that's it. And our register schema has been completed. That is what we have to do. And in the same way, let's also create for login schema. Okay, login schema equals to zoe dot object, and zoe dot object, and let's say in the login we take username and joey dot string. Okay, let me just copy the same one. It's actually the same thing, and let's not repeat because I'm very lazy person, and I just don't need the email one in the login, so I just remove the email one. And that's it. And we have to simply do is exports equals to register schema and login schema. Yeah, it should be fine enough. They give if we see in the thunder client. Okay, here's our block, and if we see in the body, so here's some auth and title. Let me just remove this one, and keep I'm gonna keep username. Okay, username, and here should be something, and email be, okay, I messed up, email be also something, and the password be also something. Before applying, if we do like if you send a request like this, let me just do, okay, pm, what we were doing, I forgot actually. Package the JSON, start, okay, pm start. I was so confused. I was doing front end and back end, and I got just confused which one to run. Huh? How my connection is successful to the database since I haven't run my database. Oops, sorry. Oh my god, it's a very messed up situation. I don't know how it's working, but still it's working. Let me just send the request. User validation failed. Username is required and part mail is, yeah, okay. And if I say ABC, email be ABC at the rate ABC. Okay, I'll skip this value randoms. Okay, and send request. See, if you see, it doesn't validate if the email is the actual email or not. It just take the values and give the token, and the account has been created. But but after adding the validator, we have to verify. Uh, it verifies that. The values are correct or not. And so for implementing our validator, I mean the schemas we have created just now, we have to do all it in our root, and in the root we have to call it through a middleware. So before that, we have to create a middleware. So simply we do is validate.js, and inside the validate.js we do is module.exports equals to schema, yeah, schema, yes, and request comma response comma next. And inside that we say, we take the values in a destructured form, that is error. Oops, sorry, not console.error, we just need error, and the one is value. And inside that we have to do schema, oh my god, schema dot validate, and the validate should be request dot body. So it generally takes the schema as a parameter, and that schema will show you in the root one. And after that, if in case it comes error, it should return and say race.status. Since we are using the centralized error handling, I think handling with the error should be like this: handling new app error, and inside there it should be 400, and the message should be error dot message. Okay, yeah, okay, 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 and that's it. And if not that the case, then the requested body should include the value. Yeah, that's it, and should be next. Okay, that is up to in our middleware. And now in the case is all about our root, and in the root we have to do is we have to call a function we have created over here. So we have to do is const validate equals to require, and the part should be dot slash, where is the middleware, slash validate. Oh my god, there's two things, validate.js and validate. It's so confusing. Okay, and validate. Okay, and here we have to use this validate, and inside there we have to send a schema. So we create a register schema. Okay, my register schema I think is not exported. Where's my schema? If that's the case, let me just do is one thing. Export start register schema, and in the same way export start register schema. Yeah, and inside here it should be able to import that. So register schema. Yeah, register schema, and inside here it should take validate login schema. Yeah, that's it what I wanted, and it gonna validate before passing it to the controller. So now if you see in our controller, if we send the same request like this xyz and email makes like ab at ac, then okay, 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 the issue was I was sending like this, but this should not be like this. It should be like error dot message, and that's why I was getting some stuff issues. Okay, and if you see over here, if I put the characters less than 5, then I'm gonna receive like error like this. Username length must be at least 5 character long, and I make like okay, make code brain, and the username be like this. The email must be a valid email. So if I have to do is code@code.com, then password length must be 8 character long, and so for that I just do code your brand, and if I send, then finally only we are going to take the token. That is what we need, and that is what our validation works on. And similarly in the login one, if I try to send the same request like before and send a token, then it says like email is not allowed because in the validation schema we only expect two values that are username and the password, and in case we send the unnecessary value like email, then it's simply gonna reject the request and says email is not allowed. And we have to do is we have to remove this one and then send the login, then finally only we're gonna receive our token. That's what our code was expect to work on. And let me just copy this email new user to here and paste over here. Now your task is in the way I have done with for auth validation. We have you have to do is same in the block controller, and in the block controller you have to do is you have to only create the two schemas, that is for creating a block and another is creating for the update block. You can do whatever you want, however you want to do, and you have to just create a schema like creating a validator new file like blog.validator.js, and inside that you have to create the schemas for them, not in this folder, you have to separate them. And then in the blog roots you have to simply use before uh, performing any actions. So that's it for our today's video, and if you like this video, make sure to drop a comment. And until the next time, keep learning, keep building, and make sure code your brain. And thank you for watching. Peace out.